that enough?
With wildfire season around the corner, it's important to remember to always have that emergency plan in place. And for many, that includes thinking about animals, large and small, everything they need for day-to-day basis living, as long as their humans are evacuated from their homes. And it can be a lot, but we do have a team that may be able to help us with some ideas. Joining us now this morning is Carol Scaroni and Christine Alberg, and you are with the Amador County Animal Response Team. So thank you for being with us at a very critical time of year. This is right when we should all be thinking about what to do in case of an evacuation order. What would you suggest for people who have, say, animals in their home that are maybe easier to transport, first and foremost?
Yes, thank you for having us, first of all. One of the things that we promote and try to train or teach our community is preparedness, vital. We have suggestions on kits that people can formulate for large animals, small animal, and in the need for an emergency get out, grab it and go. And that is one of the things that we definitely promote within our county, public awareness.
How is having that plan in place going to save our community's residents with a little bit of time and peace of mind?
Yes. There are warnings that are issued through the Office of Emergency Services and are enforced with our local agencies. They then want to target those communities, those neighborhoods, or those precincts, or those zones that are going to be in the line of fire, so to speak. And preparedness and getting out is just pushed.
And Christine, how has your organization helped out over the years when it comes to evacuation orders and animals that need to go with their humans?
So one of the projects we were recently given the opportunity to participate in was creating go bags for our at-risk seniors. Many of them live in outlying areas. Amador County goes all the way up into the mountains. Some people live in outlying remote areas, and they hesitate to leave their animals. Maybe they live alone, maybe they have transportation issues, and so these go bags enable people to have kits ready for their dogs and cats so they can just get them settled in the car or with whoever's transporting them and get out.
Well, we know in some of those rural areas there are people who have livestock and larger animals that need to be evacuated in emergency situations. Yes. They typically are in the know and they have the trailers ready. But for somebody like I'm a dog human and I need to have a go bag ready for my pet just as I would my children. What are, say, the 5 key things, or three to 5 key things that you would recommend house pet owners have in their go bags?
I would definitely have some bottles of water, some bags, or even Ziploc bags of food, pet bowls that you can wash or dispose of, a leash, a collar with an ID on it in case that animal gets loose, and then something to contain all of that in. And then if your pet has a favorite blanket or a toy that helps comfort them, I would definitely grab that too.
Such great ideas. Thank you both for being here with those pieces of information, and we will put that information on our website a little bit later today. We appreciate you being here, and we do have that information on our screen about just being prepared and the best place to visit should people need that information. Brandy, I'll send things back to you now.
All right, Melanie, thank you.